muted, but if you have questions, please feel free to type it into the chat, okay? Lindia, my colleague, will be on hand to answer all your queries, okay? Lindia, say hi.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, okay,
I'll
so
answer your
the chat is the other way to communicate with us. So please use the chat, okay? We'll be live, okay? There'll be a few colleagues answering questions. Okay, so let's begin. Right. Okay, so this is, together we'll be discussing some essentials on how to survive NUS. So things that will be useful to your assignments, maybe your exams as well. Okay. So let's start off with just a sneak peek into what we'll be doing today. So first we'll be covering the physical library. So how you can actually enter the library and where the libraries are, some of the library facilities. And then for those who may not be on campus too much, maybe you're overseas or you don't have that many classes on campus, how can you make use of the online library? So we have a huge online collection, much larger than our physical collection. So don't worry, you're actually not missing out on too much, okay, which we'll share on as well. And then finally, some academic integrity essentials, okay, to make sure that you don't get yourself in any sticky situations as you do your assignments or exams. So let's start with the physical library. Okay, so NUS has a network of libraries, okay? Each of them houses the collection of a faculty or a few faculties, okay? So like, for example, science library houses the maths, science, all the sciences, chemistry, physics, okay, etc. And if you don't see a faculty here, it's likely that the collection is housed in the central library, which houses like the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences collection, the engineering collection, computing, and even public policy. So this is where you can go to get the physical books, and there are also study spaces here. Okay,
there's so many libraries. Oh my gosh, I've been spoiled for choice where to go to.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, actually, you are kind of spoiled for choice. So they are kind of sprawled out around the campus. So you don't have to go to only the one that houses your faculty's collection. Really, if you live near Bukit Timah, you want a place to study, you can go to the law library, which is at Bukit Timah. Okay, so just a snippet for you. Okay, if you would like to know what our library looks like on the inside, please check out our virtual tour. Okay, and then just some of our more techie facilities for those of you who are interested in exploring augmented reality, virtual reality, or mixed reality. We have a space that is dedicated to these technologies. And if you want to incorporate them into your projects or just kind of tinker around with them, please do make an appointment. Lindia is part of the team here.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, okay. She's kind of an expert in these things, so you can contact her for help as well. Okay, we also have a digital scholarship lab. Okay, so if in your studies you anticipate yourself using like maybe data visualization softwares or data analysis softwares like SPSS, Stata, or Tableau, there are stations available for remote booking, right? So they're like kind of high-powered computers that you can log into remotely from wherever you are. Okay, so more information in the slides. Right, okay, so now we will go more into how to access the library. How can you get in? Okay, so you might have already been sent this student card. It's kind of like a white card with an orange strip on top, or you will be sent one. So this is what you can use to tap into the library and tap out. And the number on the card, right, this little student ID here, is how you can set your library PIN to borrow library books. Okay, so that's the physical side of the library. Okay, the student ID. Now, there's also another ID called the NUS Net ID, okay, which is how you can access our online digital collection from anywhere, right, from the comfort of your home. Okay, this is the number that you use for to log into your email. So it's the same ID and password that you use to log into your email. So just note that there are kind of like two IDs that you need for the physical and the digital, and they are different. Right, so to enter the physical library, you will need to flash this green pass. It is the equivalent of Singapore's Trace Together app, right? That you need to flash before you enter anywhere. Yeah, similarly, like for NUS, we use a green pass on the Universe app. So do flash that when you enter. And before you head down, because we are operating at like a reduced capacity currently, okay, please check the capacity on the Universe app. Just click on Crowd Insight and you can look at the canteens or the libraries. You know, how many percent is it occupied before you come down to make it worth your while. Okay, and then for ongoing updates, we have a support page here because, you know, the regulations are changing every day. Not every day, but, you know, every so often. Right. If you're looking to print on campus, like you prefer printing things out to study, you can print at our libraries, our CJ Co-Law Library in the Bukit Timah campus or our central library, right? And other than that, we have also collated a list of other printing points on campus for you. Okay, but note these aren't managed by the library, but they are available in Newtown, YH, and all these other faculty places. Okay, and finally, for the physical library part, before we go into the digital library, we welcome you to study in our library. Okay, like if you need somewhere with Wi-Fi, aircon, and like a comfortable seat, and somewhere that's quiet, you can come into our library. Just make sure that you check the Universe app for the capacity. Yeah, I mean, as a student, also when it got a bit too hot in my dorm, I would go to the library just to like, get some cool aircon and feel like the cool air on my skin. So if you like that, please come to our library. Right, let's move on to the online library.
Okay, thank you, Sue Chen, for sharing. So now that she has shared the physical aspects of like going to the library and physical matters in general, I will share with you all two things: assignment essentials about your reading list and how to find e-resources for somebody who has just started at NUS. Okay. Wow, exam papers.
Oh yes, my most well-used link on the library in my undergrad days, I think, for me.
Yes, exam papers are one of the most frequently asked queries about by students, because the exam papers are indeed very important, right, for when you are studying as an undergrad or like a postgrad. Okay, so NUS Libraries provides many e-resources. One of it is the exam papers. You can find the exam papers by going to our library portal. Our library portal short URL is lib.nus.edu.sg. If you search that on the browser, you will be able to get to our library portal. And on the library portal, you would see this blue box in the middle. We call it Find More. And then you see over here, exam papers. Click on the exam papers. And then when you click on exam papers, it will like show this thingy called exam papers, search by module code. So right now you may not have enrolled into any modules yet, but as the semester starts, you all start enrolling for modules. You all might want to refer to past year exam papers. So you can actually try to type in your module code. For example, I was an economics student, so I always use this example. I would type like this foundational module called EC1101E, and I just type it in, and then it will bring me to a database for exam papers. And note, only the past 5 years are available if the department decides to release the papers to the library. So you may not be able to find papers for everything that you are searching for because the department did not want to release it. Okay, so let's say you get to the database successfully, and then you have to log in with your NUS Net ID and password. Remember, Sue Chen was saying that your NUS Net ID is for e-resources, so exam papers are one of them. When you log in successfully, you will see something like this. And then, ta-da, you see that there is a PDF file that you can download because it's available. So for this particular module and the law and this module code, yes, this is available. So do explore the exam paper when you can. It gets popular close to midweek and like exam week. Then you see that a lot of activities happening on exam papers, right? Okay, so exam papers aside, let's go on to assigned readings. What are assigned readings? Assigned readings are basically the compulsory textbooks or some supplementary articles or readings that your lecturer wants you to read for the module to prepare for classes or assignments. So Luminous over here, as you see, is the learning management system that you all will be using. You'll be very familiar with Luminous in time because all your modules, your lecture notes, and everything that you need for your classes are on Luminous. So your readings will also be available on Luminous. Depending on your lecturer might choose to put the readings in description. They just like say, go find this book, go find that book, or like they'll put it in readings where it comes out as a list, or they will put it in library resources, which means that the library has helped to put up some of these resources for them. So these are the 3 areas for you to get the readings. And I want to emphasize that your readings usually come in 2 common formats. The first format would be in a form of citation, where your lecturer might just provide you the author of a book and the title of the book, and that's it. Go and find it on your own. Or they might also provide you direct links to e-readings. So you just need to click on the link, log in with your NUS Net ID and password, and you can access the reading. What if the citation he or she gave to you, this title and this author, is a physical book? How do you go around finding it? For many times, these physical books are what we call textbooks that can be kept at the library. The library helps lecturers to provide these textbooks to the students easily by placing them in a section called the RBR, stands for Reserved Books and Readings. Basically, every one of our library has an RBR section. So depending on which discipline you are in, like let's say if you are in arts, you will want to go to Central Libraries RBR. If you're in law, you might want to go to Law Libraries RBR. So what is this RBR? They are simply the textbooks that are compulsory for you to read. And because they are compulsory for you and you are in, say, a module of like 1,000 students, it means that this book may be highly popular. So therefore, these books have only a loan duration of 2 hours. You can borrow them for 2 hours to make whatever references you need, and then you have to return them in 2 hours. And at any point of time, you can only borrow a maximum of 2 books. Yeah, that is the limit for you. And you can search for the module code in your reserved books and readings over here. So instead of clicking on exam papers, you click on RBR. You can type in your module code or your lecturer's name, and then it will do a search and tell you what's available. Below here is an example of a record for a particular module. This module is UTW 2001. It's a UTown module. And by this professor, Dr. Jean. And this is the book, and it tells you where it's located at Central Library RBR and that it's available. So this is try it out when you get your module readings, and you can see how it works more easily. Okay, so that's for assigned readings. So now that you know where to find exam papers and where to find your assigned readings, how can you get started with doing your research? You might be someone who is new to research, or you might be somebody who has already been doing research for a number of years. At NUS, we want to introduce you 2 ways to get started for anybody. This is not discipline specific. So the first way would be Find More. That is our library search engine. This probably looks a bit familiar to you already, as well as Google Scholar or Google. Everybody knows Google, right? So let's move on. So if we are talking about using Find More, all you need to do is to just type here and then you search. And it's pretty easy. I will show you a demo on how it works. Let's go there. Let's demo on sustainability and environment in Find More. Let me bring you all to my browser. Okay. So right now I'm at my browser. It's very easy to go to the library portal. Just type this. I type it all the time, but you can also do a search. It's easy to find. Or you can click on the link in the slides and you will get there as well. Okay, so now that I'm here, you see this is the Find More box that I was telling you about. You could have clicked on exam papers or RBR if you want to, but we are not going to do that. We are going to do a demo on Find More. So I want to do a search on sustainability and environment. Just do sustainability. Oops, did I spell it wrongly? Environment. We believe that this topic would be useful for anyone from any discipline because it's rather multidisciplinary for the arts and sciences. That's why we chose these keywords. Once you type your keywords, just hit enter, and then a new window will kind of pop up, and then you see that, wow, what is this? This is basically the results, the summarized results of all the searches that the Find More has searched across. In general, Find More is our library search engine, and therefore it searches across the various collections we have. Like for example, you see here what books and e-resources, which is what I'm going to show you. And then you see there are some other things such as exam papers, as well as Scholar Bank. I leave you all to explore those on your own. But for today, I will just be showing you books and e-resources. So how do I go into the results for books and e-resources? I scroll down to this orange portion where I can view the more on books on e-resources. Click here. And then a new window pops up. Okay, usually you might take, okay, yeah, it's done. And then how do I read this page? Right in the middle of this page are the search results. And then if you look at the top over here where my cursor is at, it says that there are like 1 million over results sorted by relevance. You can choose to not sort them by relevance, by something else. Then you can also choose to add results beyond library collection, means that you search for stuff that are not subscribed or owned by the library. It's possible to do that. But then the main problem is now your search results are so many. So how do you actually narrow it down to make it more relevant? You can do things like checking the filter over here. So on this left side is your filter panel. Two important useful filters that I want to share with you all are to refine your search by restricting it to just full text online. Full text online means that you only get your results online. For those of you all who are not based in Singapore, it might be hard for you to get resources at our library, but we do have extensive e-resources. So when you do searches on Find More, you can just click on full text online. It will it will just only have all full text. You won't have books anymore. Yeah, okay, it takes a while. And then another filter that I want to share with you is the publication date. You might not be interested in publications from like decades ago. You might be interested in something recent, or you might be interested in something from decades ago and not something recent. This publication date filter really helps you to narrow down a lot of results. Okay, so let me just remove this filter. I just want to point one more thing out to you all is that how do you all read over here? This is an ebook, right? So it tells you this is an ebook. Let me find one that says it's a book. Okay, at this moment, there is none. Okay, if it is a book, right, it will tell you that it's a book. So it will not say ebook full text online. At this moment here, it's not here. Okay, but let me now show you how do you get an e-resource that is online. So let me now click over here. Once I click here, right, this is an e-resource. So it will bring me to this page. This page is actually our link library catalog. It's called Link, L-I-N-C, yeah, over here. That is the name of our library catalog, L-I-N-C. So I just click here in order to enter the e-resource. Like this, I want to read this book. So I click on it. It will ask me to log in. What is this? This is basically an authentication layer to prove that you are an NUS user. Because the e-resources are subscribed to by the NUS libraries, only for NUS users. So therefore, if you want to use it, you have to show that you're from NUS. And then how do you log in? There are two ways you can do it. If you are on campus on NUS Wi-Fi, you can do a campus login because you're already connected to the NUS Wi-Fi. But if you are not, like me, I'm currently in Woodlands, somewhere up north in Singapore, I will choose to log in with the second way over here for off-campus users. I'm a staff, so I will choose I'm a staff. I will put in my NUSNet ID, yeah, which is what you use whenever you want to access e-resources, and put in your password. Okay, done, hit enter. And then they ask you to read the appropriate use policy, blah, blah, blah. Xiu Chen will share more with you on what this is all about later on. But what you need to do is to make sure that you have read it and you accept. And you should be heading to the e-resource. And here you are. You can download the book PDF, you can read it, you can do whatever you want, look at the chapters. So this is how you can do your search on Find More, and it brings you to the e-resources that are probably relevant and useful for you. Okay, now let's head back to the PowerPoint slides. Okay, so just now I showed you a demo on how you can do a search on Find More, our library search engine. But it's not always the case that you would search on the library search engine, right? Many times people it's common that people would just like, oh, I will just go search on Google. Oh, I will use Google Scholar. So if you go to those places, how are you going to get the full text or the e-resources that NUS has? Because Google is like public, right? I mean, it's not NUS. How do you do that? So we have 3 research tools to share with you here. Find it at NUS Libraries, Proxy Bookmarklet, and LibKey Nomad. These 3 research tools, when you install it on your browser as a sort of plug-in or some widget, it will add this additional authentication layer so that when you are finding e-resources on Google or Google Scholar, they will add this like, are you from NUS, the kind of a layer, and then you okay, and then you can access the resource. Without these tools, it can be quite troublesome trying to get the e-resources. Let me show you how to do LibKey Nomad. This one is, I'll be showing you this. If there is time, I'll show you another one. But actually, they all work essentially in the same way. The only thing is for find it at NUS Libraries, this one on the left, you can only use it on Google Scholar. And then whereas the rest can be used like anywhere. And I'll show you LibKey Nomad. Okay, let's do LibKey Nomad. Let me go back to my browser. So let me find it. Let's open a new window over here. Let's say your professor wants you to find an article called like he gave you the article title and the author's name. Like, okay, this is your reading for next week. Please read it. And then you'll be like, okay, I need to find it on my own. Then yeah, you have to find it on your own, and it's not difficult. So what you can do is go and find the title or the information about the article that your professor wants you to read, and then just paste it. The challenge to keep global warming below 2 degrees. And the author is by whom? By Peters, Andrew, and so on and so forth. Let me just go and make sure that hit enter. So I'm now searching on Google, not Google Scholar. It's just like a general search. And then I see many results. And then I will read and go like, oh, Peters, yeah, I think this is the one I need. Actually, this one also. Then it's like, in that case, which one should I choose? Between these, if I were to choose between these two, based on my library experience, I would choose to search. I would choose to go for this one, the first one. Anybody wants to like guess why? Yeah, I mean, you all can chat and comment in the chat if you all want. But anyway, the reason why I would like choose the first one is not because it's the first one, but because it is a resource by Nature. Nature is a well-established academic resource within the academic publications. So as librarians, we know that, and therefore we would rather come here. We would always choose to go to more established and authoritative sources. So let's click here. Let me right-click, okay. Yeah, I open it in the new window. Okay, so now I'm here, accept the cookies because it also like kind of blocks my view of stuff. Okay. And then, okay, this is the article I need. And then here says access through your institution, buy or subscribe. I go to the bottom, rent, buy, ask me to pay. Like, what is this? Can I just click on access through institution? Based on my experience, I can tell you that it's not gonna work. Okay, they will bring you through a lot of like steps, and then you realize that nothing is happening. So if you want to get the full text of this article and you can't, what can you do? Remember LibKey Nomad? Let's now go look for LibKey Nomad, okay? LibKey Nomad. You can also click on the link in the slides to get to there. NUS. Yeah, I always search, but yeah, the links are provided in the slides. And then this is the one that I want to go to. LibKey Nomad NUS LibGuides. So it tells you what is LibKey Nomad. It helps you to get access to library content. You can even get it from Wikipedia. So yeah, Wikipedia is also a source where you can use LibKey Nomad. But let me show you how it works, right? So how do you install LibKey Nomad? Install in Chrome. Yes, I'm using the Chrome browser right now. Just visit this. If you are on Firefox, you click here. Yeah, right. But I'm using Chrome, so I shall click on this one. So I click on this, new window pops up. Ask me to add this plugin to Chrome. Yes, I shall add. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I want to add the extension. And then a window thingy will pop up asking me to select my organization so that LibKey Nomad can recognize which organization I'm talking about when I say I want to view library content. Type in the full name of NUS. Okay, and then it says library selection saved. And then look for the Nomad button to connect and download. Okay, so seems like it works. And then now let me go back to my article. Remember this article asking me to pay money? Let me open it again. I may right click and open it again so that you can see the difference. This is the one after. Now it says you have full access to this article via NUS. Yay! Then let me just, okay, this cookies thing is, let me just dismiss that. Okay, and then you see over here at the bottom left, there's this download PDF NUS. So you can, either way, you can click here or here. It will lead you to the article that you want to get. So now they are loading it. It might take a little bit of time. So, but it should load. Yeah, it takes a bit of time. Yep, and then there you go. Now you have the article. So this is how you can get the access to full text if you are using Google or Google Scholar. Just for your information, just now when I immediately come here, right, sometimes they will ask you to log in via some credentials, and that credentials would be your NUS Net credentials. For my case, they didn't ask me to. Perhaps it's because I have logged in before. But if they do ask you, don't be alarmed. Just fill in your NUS Net credentials and you will be able to download the PDFs as well. Okay, so that is all. There is a little bit of time, so I will show you all how to find, how to use Google Scholar to find, use the research tool called Find It at NUS. Let me just close all these things first. Okay. So now let's go to Google Scholar. All right. So similarly on Google Scholar, you can search for articles. And because the article I was searching for just now is academic literature, so I can, like if I search here, the same one, challenge to keep global warming below 2 degrees, it will appear here as well. So over here, there you see the results are over here. Okay, wait, let me go back here. Did I? Okay. Let me tell you all what I'm doing. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to set up the Find It at NUS Libraries research tool, this nifty widget on Google Scholar, so that it can do the same thing as what LibKeyNoNet does. The reason why we share different ways of doing it is because sometimes one tool seems to work and the other does not. That can happen. So yeah, that's why there are 3 tools that we ask you to try. Click on the hamburger menu on the top left over here. And then you can go to settings. And then under settings, go to this one called library links. Click on that. And then you'll notice that I have this. Okay, let me, if you are opening it for the first time, you all might not notice this. Let me just remove that. Sorry, yeah. I want to show you all that when you all come here for the first time. Oh no. Okay. Let me just explain to you all verbally. When you all come here for the first time, you'll notice that you wouldn't have National University of Singapore here. I have it because I think I saved it like prior to this session. So what you can do is, if you don't have National University of Singapore, just type here NUS, and then this will appear here. Yeah, you can type NUS or you can type the full name of NUS, and then it will appear here. What you need to do is to just check the box. And then when you check the box and you save it, it will be there already. And what do I mean by that is that, back to the results over here. So before you actually install the Find It at NUS resource tool, you would not be able to see this thing over here. Look at this portion here. This would not exist. So you'll be looking at it like as if it's an article that you cannot access, even when you click into it. When I click into it, I'll be able to access because my browser has already recognized me as an NUS user when I tried to demo LibKeyNoNet for you just now. But then if you are doing it from scratch, you won't be able to access the same article on Google Scholar. And then by installing the research tool called Find It at NUS just now using the hamburger menu there, this thing called Find It at NUS will appear. And by clicking on it, it will do exactly the same thing as what happened for the previous one. This will pop up sometimes. What you need to do is just to click to get full text, or you can click here, whichever. But I tested the second one works. So, and then when you click here, right, it will bring you back to the same thing as well. So through Google Scholar, you can find the article as well. The article is here. It's ready. And you can also choose to download PDF. And just now, if I don't know if you all noticed, but the pop-up for LibKey Nomad also appeared. There, here it is. It will always appear. It will always appear anywhere, even on Wikipedia. So yeah, that's all I want to share for this. Okay, let's go back to the slides. Yeah, I hope this would really make your research journey in NUS much easier. So other than all those research tools and all those things that I shared, do you need any like DIY help, information for certain things like your subject, your topic or module? Let's say you need help in medicine or like social sciences, or like how to write an article, how to do citation, things like that. So we do have many resource guides for you. You can click on them to find out more. And other than resource guides, right, but basically the guide that we shared with you today, our library essentials guide, where you could download our slides and view the Padlet map information, that is also a resource guide that we have. One of them is for people who are new to the library. So we have more than just that guide, of course, many guides you can see. I think there are more than like 100 or so. And our resource librarians are basically humans, and like Xiu Chen and I are the resource librarians, and we have many others as well. Some of them are here, like I think Jamila and Clement are also in this session. They are all resource librarians. We help you with your research or any particular information that you need for your subject, topic, or module. If you know who your resource librarians are, like let's say if you are from medicine and you know who they are, you can easily look for them for help instead of like, oh, I don't know where to go for help. You can just email them directly and like, hey, I need help. Could you like help me with this medical topic or something like that? So let me just, again, last one, quickly show you how you can get to that easily, finding help. This is our library homepage. So instead of using Find More here, go to Quick Links over here on the right side, subject guides, click on that. So this subject guides page loads, and you will see that over here are the list of all the subject library resource guides that we have. This is categorized by subject: law, humanities, medicine, music. New to NUS, that's ours lah. Library essentials. Yeah, you can come here if you want to. And then they also show you who are the librarians inside here. Okay. So on the right side over here are finding your resource librarian. Let's say you want to know who to contact because you have issues with, say, medicine related things like systematic reviews. Systematic reviews is something that medical students deal with quite often. You can go search for your subject area, medicine, click on that. And then you see here on the left side is the list of subject guides that could be relevant for you, such as public health, pharmacy, systematic review, so on and so forth. Okay, and then on the right here, you see that resource librarians, these are the three wonderful ladies, our librarian colleagues who are in charge of medicine-related dentistry and nursing topics. If any issues related to that, you can look for them. And similarly, you can do this for whichever discipline you're in. Just search for the subject and you can find the librarians who are associated. It helps you to get help more like efficiently, I would think. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I have done the demo on this. Moving on. Okay, the last item of assignment essentials is you must know how to cite. And you must cite. Whenever you use information online, like referring to some journal article or some author who said this and that, you must cite them, because if you don't cite them, you will be accused of plagiarism, and NUS takes plagiarism very seriously. Later on, Xiu Chen will share with you more on all these plagiarism matters. Okay, on my part, my job is I just want to share with you this very useful auto citation generator called Zotero. You can click on the video and click for more information in your own time. Oops, sorry, back. Yeah, so Zotero is an auto citation generator online. So you just need to go online and do it. I'm sure some of you all have done this kind of auto citation generators online before. If you need more than the auto citation generator, you need like a reference management software. You want to manage like hundreds of references, you can use this called Zotero. The name sounds similar. One is called Zotero Beep. Think of Beep as a small thing. Think of Zotero as a big thing. So the Zotero is basically something that you have to download. It's a standalone software that you must download in your computer, right? So, but for a start, because you all haven't even started the semester at NUS, and don't want to scare you, you can try using Zotero Beep to like get citations for your work if you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Personally, when I did my master's, I did use one of these citation software, something like Zotero Bib, and I found it immensely useful because master's courses always require like assignments, research, citation. So it really helped me get organized.
You wouldn't want to get involved with like how to format, which part italics, which part not italics kind of thing.
So
that's for future.
So don't worry, I'll tell you more about the workshops later. Okay, for now, we've gone through the physical libraries, how you can get into our campus library, and then also Lily has just showed you the basics of the online library that you can access from anywhere. Okay, now let's go into academic integrity essentials, which is like quite relevant nowadays.
Have you heard of okay, I'm sure you might have, but for the students, there was this student who was almost a straight A student for the first 3 years of their candidature at NUS, and then in the final year when they did the FYP, they committed plagiarism and was and the supervisor found that out, and because of that they were given the F grade. They basically failed the FYP, and it has great weightage on their cap. Very sorry and very sad for them.
Yeah, so I think, these sort of sticky situations can be avoided if you just, sometimes it's committed unknowingly. So, I mean, just being aware of, what not to do and what to do can help you avoid, getting into this kind of situation. Like you may also have read about the newspaper about like cheating online in tertiary institutions, and during COVID because of, the new formats of assessment. So these are ways that you can kind of like, make sure that you, some kind of guidelines for you to conduct yourself with, right? Okay, so let's jump into it, okay? Academic integrity. I mean, maybe a lot of us might think that academic integrity is just about plagiarism, but it really is more than that. Right? It encompasses using university resources appropriately and pretty much conducting yourself honestly in all areas of the academic process, right? As you do your assignments, right? So like in your assignments, not hiring other people to do your work, in your tests, not cheating, in terms of handling your course materials, definitely not selling your lecturer's notes online, these kinds of things, right? Okay, and well, there are consequences according to the NUS Code of Conduct. You can either, on the lenient side, maybe just a reduced grade, but it can go into like failure of a module or even very grievous consequences like suspension or expulsion. Okay, so just for awareness. Okay, another area of academic integrity would be appropriate use of library resources. So let's just break that down. Appropriate use and library resources. So what are library resources first? Okay, they are databases, audio, videos, data sets, like for example, from statistics databases, ebooks, and e-journals. So how can you use these appropriately? Number one, do not give your NUS ID to anyone else. Like keep it to yourself and use it for yourself, right? Please don't like post the content anywhere else. It is really for your personal use and study. And definitely do not massively download.
Yeah, your access may be blocked if you massively download. And NUS might be blocked as well because of like one person massively downloading.
Yeah, the publisher does track like the downloading, like especially excessive ones by bots and things like that. So and they will block individuals or the campus wide. So if and individuals' actions can have much larger ramifications on the whole campus. So just keep these in mind as you use your the library e-resources. Okay, also copyright. Okay, just the right to copy, basically, you know, all things that are, all creative works are copyrighted, right? Literary, dramatic, musical, like sound recordings, artistic, photographs, images, films, all these are copyrighted. So just make sure that, you know, if you're using it, try to check whether permission has already been granted, then you can use it, okay? And if you use it, I mean, if permission is granted, also make sure that you attribute, like, for example, you attribute the source and the author of the work, right? Okay, there's a guide here to help you use free online content so that you can be pretty sure that you're not infringing anyone's copyright. Okay, and finally, one of the most common forms of academic dishonesty, plagiarism. Okay, I'm sure everyone knows that copying a chunk of text into your assignment and then not citing and just claiming it as your own is a form of plagiarism. But so is using your work from previous semesters. So if you have done an assignment in, say, module A, you should not be submitting the same assignment in module B. Okay, that too is plagiarism. And there are systems that kind of like log all the assignments and can check like your previous assignments against your future assignments. So you could be caught out for plagiarism for submitting your work twice. So even though it's your work, it should be an original piece each time. So just keep that in mind. Right? So how can you avoid plagiarism if you're using prior ideas or someone else's ideas? Basically cite, okay? So if you're using someone's ideas, you can put it in quote marks and then just cite them using citation tools or manually, or like paraphrase, summarize, or if you're using your own work, please also reference your own work. Okay, and certain take-home exams also require citing. So please note that in those take-home exams that require you to cite, I mean, if the lecturer is expert, yeah, please do cite as well. Okay. Okay, so we're almost at the end. Okay, if you need help, do reach out to us. You can either contact us at our help email or call us, or you can also sign yourself up for these in-depth workshops on citation as part of our Researcher Unbound series. We have citation, searching, and other workshops to help you with your research and studies. Okay, and if you're like looking for something fun and techy to experiment with or to incorporate into your projects, you can contact the Teleimaginarium. Okay, so everything we've talked about today is contained in this Library Essentials guide, and there is a lot more in this guide. You can click on the link in the slides, or you can access it through our Universe app. Just basically go on Resources, NUS Guides, Library Essentials, right? And it will take you to the in-depth guide. Okay, and finally, we will go into a quiz. Okay, so if everyone can just go to joinmyquiz.com, Lydia will take you through it.
Okay, right. So I've updated the the game pin. 196993 is the game pin. Y'all can go to join my quiz. Right then. Let's see. Let me just paste this as well. So y'all can click on the link, join my quiz that has been posted in the chat, or you can scan the QR code. 196993 is the game pin. Okay, I'm now going to change screen to move to the other side. So yeah, see ya on the other side. Okay. We have some people joining us. Okay, the information is also here, joinmyquiz.com 196993. So if you all yeah, this is just a very fun and like no obligations quiz that y'all can try to test out your knowledge. Like did we teach well? Did y'all learn well? Yeah, so it's just for fun. Yeah. Let's see how many more are joining us. We have 79 people. 80. Wow, so so many. 80.
Wow. Okay, so maybe in about 10 seconds we can begin. Oh, I like bubble tea.
Oh,
Jumpman,
yes.
Oreo, lots of food.
Yes. What's your favorite bubble tea? Okay, no, that was random. Yeah,
I
love
love bubble tea. All bubble teas are good.
Okay, it more or less has stopped. Okay, let's get started now. It's fun and we hope you
Hey,
have
you can
fun.
also join while the game is ongoing, right?
Yes, correct. You can those who are late can just join in.
Yeah, right? Just go to join my quiz and 196993 is the code, okay?
Okay. Yeah, so now that we have 102 players and hope you are having some fun. See the numbers are increasing. 8 people have answered the first question. 9 people. Yeah, 1 person. 8 people got it correct.
Let's look at the leaderboard.
Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. By the way, those who are on the YouTube streaming, we are also streaming this session on YouTube. I'm going to show the top 5 only. Yep. Those who are on YouTube, you can also join the game if you want to and participate. So you see, wow, who is this? HM. Oh, your
Superman. Go Superman.
Your bubble tea is not here though. Go bubble tea. Yeah, and this HM. Yeah, good job. And Marcus and Superman.
I think you can show more. Can we show more than top 5? Maybe the top 10.
You can only show up to, okay, then I will just scroll. Okay, we let's not go to the below. Okay, let's just look here. So these are the people who are on top. Okay, no pressure.
Yeah, this is really just for fun. So
Yes.
if you enjoy being on top of the leaderboard, then yay.
Yeah, please don't find our voices annoying too. I know y'all are trying hard to fill in the questions correctly. Yeah, we are just like trying to bring up the environment. By the way, y'all can turn on the music on your phone if y'all find that it's a bit quiet on your side.
Oh, Jumpman is like on a roll.
Yes.
He got full marks. So wow, lots and lots of people getting like 100.
Yep. 109 players.
I think the scores are based on not just how many questions you get correct, but also how quickly you answer them.
Yeah. How quickly you get them correct and how accurate you are. You might also get some boosters along the way as you are playing the game. So if you are confused, okay, we have a number of people who finished the questions. Let's just go look at the questions a little bit. Okay, let's just quickly, let's look through, let's see. Okay, a lot of people have answered. Let's look at the last few questions. Yeah, we have about 100 people who have answered all questions already. Let's give you all like 10 more seconds.
Yeah, and then we'll go through the questions.
Yeah. Was it fun? Were the questions difficult? We hope not.
Well, I think based on like, I mean, if we take a look at the scores, most people got them correct. So I think
yay. Okay, it seems that the number has stopped moving. Let's go and yeah. And we are ending it. Yes. And ta-da! Our top 3 are Ingrid, Harry, and John.
Okay, congrats. Okay, sorry, no prizes, but thank you everyone for participating. We hope you learned something from it.
Wow, look at all the people below who got 100%. So many of you.
Maybe we should make the questions slightly more challenging.
Yeah, you all find it too easy? Do you all have preferred it to be more challenging? Okay, let's just look at the questions.
Wow, this is like a A-star class.
Yes. Okay. Let's go to questions. Let's sort it by accuracy. So we'll see the best questions and the worst questions behind. It's very great because green color means that like more than like majority got everything correct, like these questions. And then yellow is like half-half. Some people got it right and some people got it wrong. Let's look at the half-half questions. Yeah, the yellow ones over here. Okay, so about 26 people did not get it right. That's not so bad, but how many libraries can you access, including Yale and NUS? The answer is actually 8 libraries. Yeah, so it's not 5, 6, or 7, it's 8. Okay, the answers are pretty distributed. Let's see the next one. Which of the following citation softwares does not require installation but can be accessed from your browser? The answer is Zotero Bit. Okay, Zotero is a standalone. You have to download it in order to use it. EndNote is also another reference manager that works like Zotero. So you have to download it to use it. So the answer is Zotero Bit. And then the last question, what is the name of the library search engine? Oh, okay, I'm very curious to see what people chose. Okay. The answer is Find More. Yes, that's right. some people chose find everything at NUS. Really?
Yeah,
No.
well, it's quite close. It's quite close. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Google Scholar is useful, but it's not a library search engine.
Yeah, correct. So our library search engine, NUS library search engine, is called Find More, right? Google is good, but it doesn't belong to NUS or the library, right? So, okay, thank you all for participating in this fun quiz. Hope you all had fun. Most of you all got pretty good scores, I would think. So Suchan and I can give ourselves a pat on the back that we have good students and we taught well.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for playing. Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, we would really love your feedback on this program. We run it every year. So we take into account last year's feedback for this year's program, and we will be carrying forward that practice into next year. So
Yes.
if you can give us some of your feedback, which will help us improve it down the line for your juniors, that would be great.
Yes.
Okay, or just any other feedback you might have. Really anything you'd like to tell
anything
us.
to like for us to improve, or you think we did well, also do highlight that. Or you think that no, we could have done much better, also highlight that. We are open to criticism. I mean, we want to improve ourselves.
Yeah, okay, the link is here. Wait, let me get the link for you.
Right. Okay, so we will really appreciate if you can help us to do this feedback, and we hope you really had fun during this short session of like just an hour. When you do the feedback form, you see that you can fill in the date, 28 July, and the program name is FYE. You can just put FYE or orientation. Yeah, the name is there. So that we know which feedback this program is for. We do have many library workshop programs, as Siu Chen shared. So like, yeah, the feedback form applies to many of these workshops. Okay, so if you have any other questions, you can also email us at askthelib.nus.edu.sg after the session. Right now, if you want to, if any questions, you can still ask us. We'll be hanging around till like about 12 or so. So yeah, there's one question here. Can share with us the booking of facilities? Oh, okay. Hi, Jonas. We do have a booking of facilities, but it depends on which library or like where do you want to book the facilities. If you are going to book at Central Library, for example, the discussion rooms, you would have to drop us an email for now, because our library has just undergone a renovation, so some of the booking related information has not been updated in the system yet. Yeah, so let us know what kind of booking you are looking at, and then we can give you more accurate information. Okay. Oh, Siuchen, someone's asking about the library pin.
For library pin, okay, let me send you the link to the slides again, and then you can go to the library pin link to reset your library pin using your
okay, I'm going back to that slide as well.
Yeah.
By the way, you all know that you all can download the slides at our library guide, so that the information is all there as well.
Yeah, okay. And then in terms of citation format, okay, Jason, it really depends on your professor. It varies from faculty to faculty, so and even module to module. So please check with the professor for that module. Yes. Yeah, you are right. It will depend on the department or professor's preference.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Where can we find out which library is closer? If you are in, may we ask which faculty you are from? If you are in arts and social sciences, engineering, computing, business, School of Design, Central Library would be closest to your faculty, and they will also contain the resources that you have, like your books. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let us know which one. If you are from other libraries, we can, as in if you are from another faculty, we can point to you which one is the one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just share like the map maybe.
Okay, let me take
a look. Yeah, let me continue by sharing the map. Okay, so if you look at the NUS map, Right. Okay. So these are our libraries. Okay. This is the medical library. So that's near the dentistry, medicine, and public health school. This is the science library too, which is pretty much in the middle of science and medicine. Okay. Our central library and Chinese library are here. So it's near SDE, School of Design and Environment, Engineering, Arts and Social Sciences. And then there's the business school library, which is currently closed. So the closest library would be the central library. And then we also have here the music library. Okay, so the music library is near the music faculty, but I think it's pretty near the engineering too. So that is an option. Yes.
Yeah, and then of course if you're at Bukit Timah campus, the law library would be the closest place for you. Yeah. So yep. If it's convenient, would it be possible to do a quick demo on how to use Zotero? Do you mean Zotero BIP instead? Because we can show you how to use Zotero BIP. If you are interested in how to use Zotero, the standalone reference manager, I believe there will be upcoming sessions, researcher unbound sessions called Zotero that you can attend like when the semester starts.
Yes, do keep a lookout in your email. There will be for Zotero bit. In the slides there is a link with a video demo. Okay,
Yeah.
but Lindia can also demo here.
Okay, so what I did is I just did a quick search for Zotero bit. It just comes here, zbit.org. So this is Zotero bit. What you need to do is just to enter the result, as in like if it's a book you're talking about, you can enter the title of the book. Or let's say, is my link still there? Oh no, it's not. You remember just now the article that I was looking for? I can also look to cite this article. Challenge to keep global warming below 2 degrees. I'll just cite this and see. You can put in information like usually the title of the item, if not the URL, if you have it, or if not what's called a DOI. So these are certain online identifiers of online resources. So yep, this one is by Peters, Andrews, Bowden. That is right. They automatically like filled this in for me. I select okay. And then it says your first citation has been added. Okay, great. So let's say you look, this is the citation they generated for me automatically. And then you look at it, you are wondering, it doesn't look like correct, like maybe it's not, they got the date wrong. It's not 2013, it's actually 2016. Why they put 2013? You can go and edit. Yeah, so you can actually do all the edit. What the system does for you is that it fills in all the information automatically, but it's always good to check whether the information is correct. Yeah, so you can just check and see if it's correct or not. You can make changes. If you realize the date is wrong, you can change the date. Where is the date though? Yeah, okay, I don't really see that. I am a bit, yeah, here it is. You can change the date if you have to change. I'm not changing it because it's 2013 is correct. So then the next question might be, okay, this is what citation style. I need like APA or MLA or what. So over here under bibliography, you can select which style you need. There are 10,000 other styles available. So you can, I believe what you want would usually be here as long as it's a recognized style. So you can choose if you're from APA, you're doing APA, so just APA 7. And then they're converting, okay, you edit them. These are some APA specific style details, so I shall not go too much into detail, but the main point is that you can choose the citation style that you want. Now, if you notice, the citation has changed a little bit in terms of format. So it depends on what you want. Then you can export and copy and paste on whichever document you want. So this is all Zotero BIP does. It does not manage your references for you, it just creates citations. So I hope that answers and hope that helps. If you're interested in Zotero, you can attend our upcoming Zotero sessions in the first semester.
Yeah, we encourage you to actually use the proper Zotero software. Yeah, if you're doing more heavy citation.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to spend all your time like formatting like 100 citations, making sure the full stop is at the right spot, and with the things are italicized. Oh, that is terrible. Yeah, let reference manager do it for you.
Okay,
yeah.
And I suppose just for everyone's note, it is 12 o'clock. So this session is officially over. So if you'd like to stay back and ask more questions, you can. Otherwise, feel free to leave anytime you like.
Yeah, so Rani, you can stop the recording as well if you haven't stopped.